ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ। ਆਦਿ ਸਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸਚ ਹੈ ਭੀ ਸਚ। ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਭੀ ਸਚ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ
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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ।
ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ। ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀਓ। ਬਾਣੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੁਰੂ ਹੈ ਬਾਣੀ, ਵਿੱਚ ਬਾਣੀ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਸਾਰੇ। ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਕਹੈ ਸੇਵਕ ਜਨ ਮਾਨੈ, ਪਰਤਖ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਿਸਤਾਰੇ। ਧੁਰ ਕੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਆਈ, ਤਿਨ ਸਗਲੀ ਚਿੰਤ ਮਿਟਾਈ। ਦਿਆਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਮਿਹਰਵਾਨਾ, ਹਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਾਚ ਵਖਾਨਾ। ਕਿਛ ਰੂਪ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿਛ ਜਾਤ ਨਾਹੀਂ, ਕਿਛ ਢੰਗ ਨ ਮੇਰਾ। ਕਿਆ ਮੋਹਲੇ ਬੋਲੇ ਗੁਣ ਬਿਹੂਣ, ਨਾਮ ਜਪਿਆ ਨਾ ਤੇਰਾ। ਹਮ ਪਾਪੀ ਸੰਗ ਗੁਰ ਉਬਰੈ, ਪੁਨ ਸਤ ਗੁਰ ਕੇਰਾ। ਡੰਡੋਤ ਬੰਦਨ ਅਨਕ ਬਾਰ, ਸਰਬ ਕਲਾ ਸਮਰੱਥ। ਡੋਲਣ ਤੇ ਰਾਖੋ ਪ੍ਰਭੂ, ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਹੱਥ। ਗਿਆਨ ਧਿਆਨ ਕਿਛ ਕਰਮ ਨ ਜਾਣਾ, ਸਾਰ ਨ ਜਾਣਾ ਤੇਰੀ। ਸਭ ਤੇ ਵੱਡਾ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਨਾਨਕ, ਜਿਨ ਕਲ ਰਾਖੀ ਮੇਰੀ। ਸਭ ਤੇ ਵੱਡਾ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਨਾਨਕ, ਜਿਨ ਕਲ ਰਾਖੀ ਮੇਰੀ।
ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀਓ। ਜੋ ਸੁਪਨਾ ਅਰ ਪੇਖਨਾ, ਐਸੇ ਜਗ ਕੋ ਜਾਨ। ਇਨ ਮੈਂ ਕਛ ਸਾਚੋ ਨਹੀਂ, ਨਾਨਕ ਬਿਨ ਭਗਵਾਨ। ਨਿਸ ਦਿਨ ਮਾਇਆ ਕਾਰਨੇ, ਪ੍ਰਾਣੀ ਡੋਲਤ ਨੀਤ। ਕੋਟਨ ਮੈਂ ਨਾਨਕ ਕਉ, ਨਾਰਾਇਣ ਜਹ ਚੀਤ। ਜੈਸੇ ਜਲ ਤੇ ਬੁੱਧ ਬੁਧਾ, ਉਪਜੈ ਬਿਨਸੈ ਨੀਤ। ਜਗ ਰਚਨਾ ਤੈਸੇ ਰਚੀ, ਕਹੋ ਨਾਨਕ ਸੁਨ ਮੀਤ। ਜੋ ਸੁਪਨਾ ਅਰ ਪੇਖਨਾ, ਐਸੇ ਜਗ ਕੋ ਜਾਨ। ਇਨ ਮੈਂ ਕਛ ਸਾਚੋ ਨਹੀਂ, ਨਾਨਕ ਬਿਨ ਭਗਵਾਨ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ। ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਕੋਟਾਨ ਕੋਟ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਹੈ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ। ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਸਦਕਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਭ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਦਰਬਾਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਸ਼ਰਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਏ ਹਾਂ। ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਸ਼ੁਕਰਾਨਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਹੱਥ ਜੋੜ ਕੇ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਜੋ ਸੇਵਾ ਹੈ, ਕਥਾ ਹੈ, ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ, ਸੱਚਿਆ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਇਹ ਸੇਵਾ ਆਪ ਹੀ ਲੈ ਲੈਣੀ। ਅਸੀਸਾਂ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਓ, ਆਗਿਆ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਓ। ਆਓ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਹੱਥ ਜੋੜ ਕੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਅੱਗੇ ਚਿੱਤ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਸਭ ਆਖੋ ਜੀ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਆਖੋ ਜੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਗੱਜ ਕੇ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ। ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, as we've been going through the katha of their Bani, their Pavitra Bani, Salok Mahalla Nava. Sad Sangat ji, as we reflect every week when we go through this gatha of their Bani. We reflect of the time of when Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj gave us their beautiful Bani before they were shaheed in Chandni Chowk. And Sad Sangat Ji, sometimes from myself, there's often a mistake in the sense that I don't feel we reflect too much or enough on Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's time of when they're writing this Bani. And as we are coming into the time of November and the build up to their Shahidi Divas, Sad Sangat Ji, my mind has certainly been thinking about that moment when Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji is writing this Bani, and what condition are they in? Where are they at this moment? What are they doing? Guru Pyari Sad Sangat Ji, Tan Tan Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj, they are, whilst reciting this Bani, they're imprisoned in a jail within Delhi. In Chandni Chowk, they are put into a cage, and this cage has got spikes above them, on the sides of them, beneath them, so they can't even sit. And whilst they're being imprisoned, Sad Sangat Ji, Tan Tan Sadguru Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj are blessing us with this Bani, this final instruction to all of us that will live forever and eternity. And in this Bani, whilst they are going through this ordeal, let's say, but Guru Sahib Ji knows that this is Vaheguru Ji's hukam. As they are there, they are with their Gursikhs by Mati Das Ji, by Sati Das Ji, by Diyala Ji. And Sad Sangat Ji, as we go through today's Katha of the Salok, let's keep those Pyare Gursikh and Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji in our mind as we reflect upon these sloks that we're going to go through today. Hanji.
Satnam Sri Vaheguru Sahib Jiyo, Jiyo Supna Aur Pekhna, Aise Jag Ko Jaan.
Sad Sangat Ji, Tan Tan Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj are saying to us in this slok, this is the 23rd slok of the Bani Salok Mahalla Nava. And Guru Sahib Ji is saying, Jo Prani, Vaheguru Ji, Jo Supna Aur Pekhna. So let's just break this down. What does this mean? Jo Supna. Supna is a dream. Jo Supna Aur Pekhna. So as a dream, and as we see this, you could say in this context, the dream, or as we see what's happening in the world, Jo Supna Aur Pekhna, Aise Jag Ko Jaan. Know this, that the world is like this. It is a dream and it is a play. It is something that we watch as we go by. Let's just delve a little bit deeper into what does Gurbani say about this dream. What is this dream like? And what is Guru Bani talking about this? You know, why does Maharaj reference this life being a dream? So Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj, they have another Shabad. Guru Sahib Ji say in Rag Sorat Mahalla Nava, they say, Re Nar Eh Sachi Jyotar. Eh Sachi Jyotar. So they're saying, O human being, Re Nar. Eh sachi gal meri sun la. O human being, O bandaya, O person, Re Nar Eh Sachi Jyotar. Jia here means your soul. It's a Jajenu Bahari and Era, Jia. Eh sachi Jia tar, eh gal tar la apne Atma de vich, in your soul. Just have this in your soul. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. They say, Sagal Jagat jaise hai supna. The whole of the world, the whole of creation is like a dream. Jaise hai supna. Binisat lagat na bar. That binisat means that it can be just destroyed within an instant. It can go. Binisat lagat na bar, that it'll just disappear very, very quickly. It doesn't take long for this dream to just diminish and finish so quick. This whole world is just like this dream. And this is the Rahau Pankti, where Maharaj is asking us to reflect on what does this truly mean. And Guru Sahib Ji go into a bit of detail in the next Pankti. They'll say, Baru Peet. Baru means sand. Peet means a wall. Baru Peet Banai Rachpach. Banai as in to made. Rachpach means like sari bana ke, they've made this wall, plastered it, got it all up and ready. They're saying, imagine a wall that is made of sand. Imagine making a sand castle, for example, on the beach. And they're saying that you've made this wall, it's made of sand, baru pi ta banai rachpach. You've made it all, you've constructed it all up. But then they say to us that rahet nahi din char. It 4 din nahi rehni. It's not going to last long at all. It's going to collapse because it's not very strong. It's weak. It's just going to fade away. Just like we build a sandcastle on the beach when we go, and children have fun, and we make mounds and we have fun. But you know what? The next day when the sea has come in and the tides come and it's wiped away, it's gone. It hasn't lasted long at all. Guru Sahib Ji is asking us to reflect on this life. They're saying that this life is like sand. Baru peet banai rachpach retni din char. Then they tell us, how is this analogy reflecting upon life? In the next pankti they say, Taise hi eh sukh maya ke. Taise hi eh sukh maya ke. Maya ki asat sangaji. We've reflected before on Maya. Maya is that thing. It's not just money, as in Punjabi che aapa keh deta ke chalo Maya le liye ja Maya de do or Maya tusi fad lo, hai na. This is not Maya as in money. This is Maya as in everything around us that is the veil of illusion, stopping us from realizing the truth and stopping us from connecting to Paramatma. Taisi hi eh sukh Maya ke. Maya de jehde sukh hunde ne, the happiness that we get from Maya. And when I was reading this, I was reflecting, thinking, you know, we are so easily caught up in the world. And we are. I mean, this is the world we live in, right? And there's no denying that we feel that this is real. You know, the food that we eat, the clothes that we wear, the family that we have, it's real. It's there. But Maharaj in Gurbani, eta sadi manmat hai na. This is our worldly thinking. But Guru's mat, Guru's wisdom, a spiritual wisdom, a wisdom of Brahm Gyan, tells us otherwise, that this isn't real. We think it is because we're so bought into the dream. We are so caught and trapped in this, what we believe is a reality. But Maharaj is saying this is just, it's like a wall of sand. It's mitti da banaya hai. It's baru da banaya hai. It's ek din teh jana. It's going to go away. Taisi hi hai sukh maya ke. This is what Maya is all about. Maya has trapped us. Guru Amar Das Ji have a shabad where they define Maya to be something like something that can devour us without teeth. They say to us that this Maya, this is in this world, traps us, and it's devouring us over and over again. In this shabad, Maharaj said to us that bin nave jag kamala fire. That without Guru Paramatma's naam, this jug, this whole world, kamla firdaya. Just, we're all running around, chasing something, getting things, and, you know, living this life, but not recognizing something which is so much more deeper. So much more deeper. Bin nave jag kamla fire, Gurmukh nadri aya. That the Gurmukh has actually come to see what is happening. Gurmukh even refers to the Mukhi Guru. The Mukhi Guru, as in Vaheguru Ji, they're looking at the whole play. They're looking at everything that's happening. But we're the ones who are trapped in this. Maya mamta mohani vinadanta jag khaya. That's the first line of this shabad. Maya mamta. We spoke about this, I think, a couple of weeks ago. Maya mamta mohani. Mohani means that it's enticing. Mamta means it's possessiveness. We're trapped in this. Vinadanta, without teeth, it's devouring us. And this is what Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji is also reflecting upon in this shabad. They're saying, Taise hi e sukh maya ke, urjo kahan gavar. Urjo means that we're lost. Kahan gavar, Guru Sahib is calling us a fool. That person is a fool who is lost, entrapped in this maya, this chakkar. Now, we might think at this point, it's quite disheartening, thinking, apa ta fase pe hain? Apa ki kari, apa ta dunyavi ji hain? We're stuck in this time of Kaljug, we're human beings. Let's get real, right? Let's just get truly real that every day we live our life, we work, we pay our bills, we put food on the table, we go to school, we study. Is this really a dream? But this really feels like I'm in this life and this means a lot to me. Now, we have to listen to what our Guru says. That's why the Mangla Charan Bani Guru hai Bani, which Bani Amrit Sare, Gurbani kahe, Sevak Janmane, Partak Guru Nistare. That we are the ones who think we are seeing the world as we see it, but we are pigeonholed. We're wearing blinkers and blinders. We don't know the truth. Guru Sahib Ji know the truth, and they're teaching us and telling us. And sometimes it can be hard for us to accept. But with Guru's Kirpa, we can still do this. And we should never feel ke bas zindagi ta idda nikal gayi hunda mera time nikal gaya pata nahi kinne swas reh gaye main ta hun chal jana, so I might as well just carry on living the way I am. Sometimes we can get disheartened and think ke chal we'll just keep on going as we are. But nahi. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji say in the next pankti, Ajhu samajh. Aj tu samajh la. Ajhu samajh. Listen, just understand this very point. Ajhu samajh. Kich bigiryo nahin. That haje kuch bigirya nahi hega. That we're still breathing. A jaan hegi ya, a swas hegi ya. Ajhu samajh kich bigiryo nahin. Pajle Ram, pajle naam murar. O naam, o Vaheguru da tu haje vi bhaj le. It's not too late. Dekho Sat Sangat Ji Maharaj kinne dialu ne. Kinne kirpalu ne. Look at how benevolent, merciful our Guru is. They're saying it's okay. If you haven't done anything like this up until now, it's okay. I've got your back. Tu fikr na kar. You can still change. You can still move on this journey. You can still, if you're already on this journey, tusi hor vi naam japo. Hor vi Guru nal judo. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, aap keh rahe ne. Main nahi keh raha. This is not my words. This is our Guru's words. Ajhu samajh. Ajhu samajh lo. Aj tu samajh la. Ajhu samajh. Kich bigriyo nahin. Pajle na murar. Oda haje bhi naam tu pajle. Then Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj in the aakhri pankti say, Koho Nanak, Nij mat sadhan ko. Paakyo tohe pukar. That they're saying that this is such nij mat sadhan ko. A sadhan, a sadhu, jan, mahapurush, sant jan. They know this knowledge and they're telling us, they're teaching us this. Peo, kahe pukar, they tohe pukar, they're saying this over and over again to teach us. So, see, jede manmat vangar hege like me, I'm trying to learn by listening to Gurmukh Gur Sajjan. Like I've mentioned before, Sad Sangat Ji, I'm learning this. I have nothing I know. I'm learning from many people like Gyani Pindarpal Singh Ji, Gyani Sukhraj Singh Ji, and many other Gurmukhs and Gursikh who we can learn from and then we can share. But Sad Sangat Ji, our Guru is saying these words to us. And it's so simple that when we understand and break it down, vichar karde hain, and we reflect and we contemplate, we then realize that actually we can do this. We have the potential. We still can change. And it's not too late. And the whole point is, Sad Sangat Ji, Maharaj isn't saying to us, don't live your life, don't earn a living, don't collect your possessions, don't have these material items. We need a car nowadays. We need food to live and survive. We need clothes. We need a home. It's reality that we live in. But the point is this, that we should never ever forget the fact that assi vi ek din jana hai. That we are going to leave everything one day. And when we leave everything, let's not be so attached to the things we have that we struggle to let go. Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj have this shabad which I always reflect upon because it reminds me, it brings me down a few pegs. Maharaj says, Khana, Pina, Hasna, Sona. You've heard me say this so many times. Khana, Pina, Hasna, Sona. You can eat, khao. Pina, pivo, drink what you want. Khana, Pina, obviously within control and limits and a framework that Guru Sahib Ji says. So I'm not going to say drink what you want. I'll drink carefully. Khana, Pina, Hasna, Haso, Sona, sleep. ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਕਰਦੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਹਨਾ ਪਰ ਇਹ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ by doing all of these things we've forgotten something. ਵਿਸਰ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ ਮਰਨਾ। ਆਪਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਦਿਨ ਜਾਣਾ ਆ। ਕੋਈ ਸਾਰੀ eternity ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਿਹਾ। No one's lived for eternity. ਖਸਮ ਵਿਸਾਰ ਖੁਆਰੀ ਕੀਨੀ ਤ੍ਰਿਗ ਜੀਵਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਹਿਣਾ। ਖਸਮ ਵਿਸਾਰ, we've forgotten Paramatma, we've forgotten Akal Purkh Vaheguru, we've forgotten our Guru. ਖਸਮ ਵਿਸਾਰ ਖੁਆਰੀ ਕੀਨੀ ਤ੍ਰਿਗ ਜੀਵਨ। ਤ੍ਰਿਗ means it's cursed. This ਜੀਵਨ, this life is cursed. ਤ੍ਰਿਗ ਜੀਵਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਹਿਣਾ, ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਹਿਣਾ। ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਚੱਲ ਜਾਣਾ, ਇਹ ਆ ਬੋਡੀ ਵੀ ਚੱਲ ਜਾਣੀ ਆ। ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਆਤਮਾ ਰਹੇਗੀ, ਪਰ ਆਤਮਾ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਜਾਏਗੀ? Where is this Atma gonna go? Maharaj give us the answer. Prani, they give us the solution. They say, don't worry, I've got you back. It's like, satsang ji, मैं कई बारी सोचा हूँ ना, गुरबाणी, Guru Sahib ji, बड़े, I don't want to say funny, but they are actually, they've got an element of being humorous. They sell us the problem. They tell us the problem. It's like a salesman. They tell us, kid, this is the problem. You need to fix it. And then they give you the solution. Then it's up to us if we implement the solution. Huh? So they're telling us the problem, that we're stuck in this chakkar, khana, peena, hasna, sona, visar gaya hai marna. We've forgotten it. They know that. They know us today. But then they say, Prani, eko naam te avo. That's your solution. Oh bandeya, oh person, whilst you have your breath, jine pran nikal de ne na, Prani, eko naam te avo. Oda naam te aao. What does that mean? Remember Vaheguru Ji in your meditation. Remember Vaheguru Ji in everything that we do, in every moment of our life. Every opportunity we get, Vaheguru thada shukar. Vaheguru Ji, tusi eh karwa ditta. Tusi minu aa khalwa ditta. Tusi minu eh nu milwa ditta. You've made me meet somebody. You've made me go somewhere. You've made me get into car. Oda shukrana na. Eko naam te aavo. Apni pat seti kar javo. And then, with your honor intact, with Guru Sahib Ji's kirpa, apne kar, not your home as in our worldly bricks and mortar home, not that home, our spiritual home. Go back to your spiritual home, apni pata, with your honor held intact, apni pata seti kar javo. Then go back to your home, your true home, where you've actually come from. What does this mean? We want to get out of this chakkar of 84 lakh June. Apa ichoo nikalna hai. And ichoo niklan de naal ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਆਪਾਂ ਘਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਜਦ ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਪਿਆ। We can't go back to our spiritual home unless we've done that Simran, unless we've remembered Vaheguru Ji, unless we've committed our life and our breath to Vaheguru Ji themselves. So in this way, Sad Sangat Ji, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj, going back to Supana, Jo Supana, this is a Supana, this is a dream. Arpekhana. Arpekhana, what does Pekhana mean here? Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj saying Pekhana, to see. But what are we seeing? Let me give you another analogy, Sad Sangat Ji. I often, again, reflect upon this, and who I've done some vichara with before, we've spoken about this, that Maharaj does everything. Theek hai na? Maharaj has everything under their control. Why they do some things and why they don't do some things, we can't always work that out. That's up to Paramatma. It's like there's a show happening. It's a theatrical show, a concert, let's say. Back in the, let's say, I would say the olden days, you could go to the beach and you might see a Punch and Judy show. Theek hai na? You got Punch and Judy, you got these little two puppets on a string, and the puppet master's like making them dance and go along a stage. But the puppet master's controlling the strings, and wherever the puppets, wherever the strings go, the puppets go, they have no control, but the puppet master has control. That's a play. The puppet master is watching the play, the puppet master is in the play, and he's controlling the play. And the puppets are on strings, and they're having to go wherever the puppet master says. That's a pekhana. That's a show. This life is a show. Paramatma dekh rahe ne, naale sanu hilaunde ne, naale sanu idhar le jande, naale udhar le jande hain. They control everything. We are the puppets on the string. We are the Punch and Judy. We are in the show. And Vaheguru Ji is the one controlling the show. And how do we know this? Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj reflects upon this, and they say this in their Bani, Ilaniya da Part. Ilaniya da Part, Sat Sangat Ji, is a collection of shabads that is recited after we've been to a funeral, and after the cremations happened, we come back to the Gurukar, and then we listen to Ilaniya da Part. And Ilaniya da Part to Baad, we have the Saj Part Bhog, and then we have Ram Kali Sad that's been recited. And Satsang, I'm not going to go into too much detail about that whole Bani, because that's a whole katha and series of katha in itself. But very quickly, Ilaniya da Part, why do we recite this? It's the reason is because we're coming to our Guru. Our Guru is the one who is giving us guidance. In the same way, when we suffer, we get hurt. A child gets hurt, let's say. They run to their parent, their mum and their dad, say, I've hurt myself. And the parent looks after that child. In the same way, when we are struggling with the loss of a loved one, we come to our Guru and we say, Guru Sahib Ji, bless me with some kind of guidance, some kind of support, some kind of warmth, something that can help me get through my loss. That is Ilaniya da Part. And in that part, in that them collection of shabads, Guru Nanak Dev Ji giving us so much wisdom and gyan and understanding that this life is just a play. This is just a play, and it's going to happen to all of us. And they're consoling us. Okay, don't worry. You can still move forward. There's a whole collection of shabads that can help us. And in this one particular shabad, Maharaj says, Avo milo saheli ho, sachada naam lehe haan. Rovhe birha tanka, apna sahib samale haan. Sahib samale panth ne hale, asabe uthe jana. Asabe uthe jana. We've heard this shabad before. Ke asabe uthe jana, asi bhi jana ya. Wherever that loved one has gone, we're going to go there one day. Now, in this shabad, Satsang, which is a long shabad, there's 4 parts to it. In the last part, Maharaj says, Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji's shabad hai in Rag Vadhans, Maharaj says, Nanak Kisnu Baba Roye. That who do we cry to? Who do we actually, express our feelings to? Nanak Kisnu Baba Roye. Baji hai sansaro. Now this life is just a baji, is a play. So we see that Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj is referencing this life as a play. And this whole shabad is about how Paramatma has made this. And as they've made this whole play, they are in the play and they're watching the play. Even Bhagat Ravidas Ji says, Kahe Ravidas Baji Jag hai baji. That this whole life, this whole world is a baji, is a play. Baji gar so mohe preet ban ai. Now, if this is a play, they're giving us a clue about what we need to do. Bajigar. Bajigar is the one who's doing the play. Bajigar is the one who is controlling the play. Bajigar so preet ban ai. Mohe preet ban ai. Fall in love with the playmaster. It's almost like saying, become the teacher's pet. When we go to school and let children tease each other saying that, oh, you listen to the teacher too much, you have a teacher's pet, huh? So what Maharaj is effectively saying, fall in love with the one who's the master, fall in love with the guy, the person, the entity, the energy who's controlling everything. Once you fall in love with that entity, you've got nothing to be afraid of. Tu mera pita, tu hai mera mata, tu mera bandab, tu hai mera prata, tu mera rakha, sabni thai. What have I got to worry about when you are my everything? You are my mother, you are my father, you're my brother, you're my best friend, you're my everything. If we see Vaheguru Ji like that, what do we need to worry about? They've got our back. So in this way, Sat Sangat Ji, Jo Supna Ar Pekhna, Aise Jag Ko Jaan, Tan Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj saying is, recognize the world like this, it's a play. It's nothing else but a play. Now, Sat Sangat Ji, as we started today's Gatha, when I was reflecting upon these Panktiyan, and I was thinking about how Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj are in that cage, just visualizing this in our minds, that they're in that cage, in Chandni Chowk, whilst they're there in those days, they're reciting this Bani. And there comes a day when Sad Sangat Ji, Guru Sahib Ji, in that cage, still in that cage, are taken out into Chandni Chowk. And in front of him is their beloved Gursikh Bhai Mati Das Ji. Bhai Mati Das Ji is about to be shaheed. And we see the picture upstairs as well. And Bhai Mati Das Ji's there. They stood between two planks of wood. And the fatwa, the executional instruction of how they're going to be shaheed is to be sawn in half. And as they stood there, they're facing their Guru, and Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj are watching them, and Bhai Mati Das Ji is watching their Guru, facing their Guru. And Bhai Mati Das Ji don't waver. They don't even flinch. And when the executioner says to Bhai Mati Das Ji, you can still be saved, you can have all of these things of the world, you can have the houses, you can have the wives, you can have the food, you can have the wealth, we'll give you everything. Just proclaim Islam. Sikhi nu tu chhad de, leave your Sikhi, leave your Guru. Just take all of these things, we'll give you it. You don't have to be shaheed. We don't have to kill you. Bhai Mati Das Ji said, nahi. Said, nahi, when my Guru is with me and I know what this life is all about and the Guru has given me their bakshish and their kirpa, I don't need anything else. Minu Sikhi pyari hai, Ara pyara hai, minu thodi Islam nahi pyari. I don't want your Islam. I don't want to become a Muslim. I want my Sikhi and I want my Guru, and therefore I want that Ara start. And as they start that Aras, Bhai Mati Das Ji is reciting Sri Japji Sahib Ji da Paath, knowing full well that this life is just a dream. Jo supna aur pekhna is just a dream. They're not in love with this dream. They're in love with their Guru. They're not in love with all these different materialistic things they could have got. They're in love with the Sach, the truth of Akal Purkh Vaheguru. They're not wanting and demanding anything to forsake their Sikhi. They're happy to have that Ara cut them in half. And it made me reflect, and I thought, okay, Charandeep Singh, how quickly do I give up my Sikhi? How quickly do I forsake that, and how quickly do I forget that I have a Guru, and it's so easy for me to just be stuck in something else. But Bhai Mati Das Ji didn't waver. Bhai Mati Das Ji, with their brother Bhai Sati Das Ji, and their other Gursikh Bhai Diyala Ji was shaheed in Chandni Chowk. And they didn't waver, Sad Sangat Ji, because they had this bakshish of our Guru, Tan Tan Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj, and they had the bakshish of Tan Tan Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji. They had this understanding that this life is not real. The real life is that Nijkar, where we're really going to go home, and that's where we're going to dwell. That is our spiritual place to be. They were happy to be shaheed. They were happy to let it all go because this is all fake. One day, asivi jana hai. We are going to go as well. How are we going to go? Who knows? But in this life, whilst we have this breath, Sad Sangat Ji, Appa Paramatma da naam japiye. Let's become more spiritual, expand and grow our spiritual potential, because then we can join with our Guru, we can join with Gurbani, and then we can through Guru's Kirpa, hopefully we'll pass this test to be able to go back to our Nijkar as well. Hanji.
In मैं कछ साचो नहीं नानक बिन भगवान.
Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj say, in mein kach sacho nahi. In mein kach, in nothing. Sacho nahi, it's not true. None of this is true. None of this that we have, that we see in front of us is true. It's not real. It feels real. We can have the gold chains, we can have the big houses, we can have the big cars, and we can have all of that. But it will not give us eternal happiness. It's not real. The only thing that is real in the whole of eternity is Akal Purkh Vaheguru. And when I say real, it's because they're permanent. They are there forever. We are the ones who are temporary. This body is temporary, but our Atma lives on. Our soul will move on from this place to another place to another place when this body is going to go. But Sad Sangat Ji, only Paramatma is real. Everything else is false. In mein kach sacho nahi. Maharaj say this to us. In mein kach sacho nahi. Nanak bin Bhagwan. Without Paramatma, Bhagwan to begair, none of this is real. It's all fake. And so in this way, Sad Sangat Ji, we can understand that Maharaj has not said to us, okay, don't live your life, don't get these materialistic things, don't buy a car, don't buy a house, don't buy the gold. Maharaj has not said any of that. But what they're saying to us is recognize and remember the fact that this is going to go away one day. You will not get complete contentment and happiness from it. It will give you a level of joy. It will give you temporary contentment, temporary happiness. But after a while, you're going to put your gold in the drawer, or you'll put your car in the garage, and you'll be like, yeah, it's just another car, and it's just another piece of gold. Who cares? You have your house. It's lovely. But we're grateful for it. But no, one day it's going to go. Either the house is going to go, or we're going to go. This is why Maharaj is reminding us, do not be attached to these things, because one day we are going to go, we're going to leave it all behind. Hanji.
Nis din maya karne prani dolat neet.
So beautifully, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj link this reality check that everything is false, that we live in this dream and this show. They say to us, Nis din maya karne. Nis din. Nis means night, din means day. Maya is that illusion, the things that we're chasing, all of these things around us that stop us, hold us back on our spiritual journey. Nis din maya karne prani dolat neet. Dekho Sad Sangat Ji, they're saying ke prani, again, people, that person, dolat. Dolat means, oh, patkadya firda. Patkada matlab ke he's constantly going around. Patakna means you're constantly going and chasing and in this circular rat race to get more and more and more. Nis din maya karane. Day and night. Night and day is the literal translation. ਰਾਤ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਪੈਸਾ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਬਣਾਈਏ, ਆ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਰਨਾ, ਇਹ ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ. ਦਿਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਫਸੇ ਪਏ ਹਾਂ. ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨਾ, we have to pay the mortgage, we have to pay the bills, we have to earn our money, we're stuck. But Maharaj knows this. They're saying Nis din maya karane, and for maya, for yes, for money, because we have to earn money to live. No one is denying that. But because of this, Maharaj is recognizing and telling us, reflect on this point, that because we're in this chakkar, maya karane prani dolat neet, that prani or bandaya, we are just constantly in this trap. Dolat neet, this adi neet bangi, this has become our habit. We're doing this on a daily basis. And Guru Sahib Ji explained to us further, Hanji.
Kotan mein nanak kau narayan jeh cheet.
Kotan mein nanak kau. Kotan mein nanak kau. So Kotan, Maharaj is saying to us that in millions of people there is just one person. Kotan mein nanak kau narayan jeh cheet. Maharaj is saying to us that there's, out of many millions of people, there's just one person that can be found, that who has Paramatma in their consciousness and then in their mind, in their Jeet. Jeet, Sad Sangat Ji, is loosely translated to consciousness, but it actually means our Antishkaran, which is our inner spiritual, you could say, our inner spiritual organs, our inner spiritual feelings in terms of our man, our mat, and our bud, and our ahankar. We'll talk about Antishkaran another day, where we can actually go into a bit more detail. But Maharaj is talking about our jeet, our mind, our consciousness. Only few people in the whole world, out of millions of people, have actually been able to connect with Paramatma. That just shows to us that this isn't easy. Only the rare people can do this. And this is why we are asking Guru Sahib Ji for their kirpa and their blessings, that one day Maharaj, tusi vi kirpa karo, that we could be out of that one of them millions, that we can always have Narayan Jai Jeet, that we can have them in our consciousness at all times. And we can get out of this rat race and this trap of constantly going round and round. Because Sad Sangat Ji, the truth is, only through Sangat, through Simran, through Seva, can we actually come together and be able to be out of this trap, because we realize the truth. Which is why Guru's kirpa, with Guru Sahib Ji's kirpa, that these Saturday evening divans for the Sangat, when we do these, we try to bring in not just the vichar but the simran as well. Because we talk so much about the theory, we want to practice it as well. Which is why the first Saturday of every month is dedicated to a Simran Divan. For an hour after the Katha, we'll have Simran. After the Katha today, we'll have some Kirtan and we'll have a little bit of Simran, but we're going to keep it short today. But every Saturday, we will always have something to be able to help us connect with Guru Sahib Ji and their Guru Bani. Because remember, Bani and Guru, Guru hai Bani. Which Bani, Amrit Sare, going back to that Pankti. Bani de vich sara kuch hai. Bani has everything in it. And when with Bani, we can then connect with Paramatma once we understand and we do that vichar. And Satsangat Ji, even doing the vichar of Gurbani, there's only very few people who do that. So we are so lucky that we're able to come and learn together as a Sangat and vichar and contemplate in Gurbani. Bani Birlo vichar si, Maharaj says to us that Birlo, there's very few people who will actually contemplate Gurbani. Hanji, appa part kar lene hain. Just reflecting on reality today. Yes, we do our Nityanam in the morning, be it Japji Sahib, be it the Panj Baniya, be it even a Mool Mantra Jap. Whatever we can do, apa kariye, we should do it. Sham nu rehras, Saun wale Kirtan Sola da part, or any other Bani you listen to, or Kirtan you listen to, it's great. Please continue if you do and expand on that. But the next step is, let's understand what the Guru is saying to us. Let's understand what do these words really mean. That's the vicharana, and that's when the magic happens. That's when the change really happens. Because remember, Satsangat Ji, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj taught us in Sri Japji Sahib Jada part. There's 4 pauriyan of Suniye. We talked about this before, just to remind us all, remind me too. There's 4 pauriyan of Suniye to listen. Pehla suno, listen to Bani, listen to Gurbani, and then manno, 4 pauriyan on manne. Manne means to understand the Bani, to then understand and accept it as the truth, because there's no other truth apart from Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. No other truth. Sirf to sirf, the complete truth is in Gurbani. And when we understand what the Guru is saying to us, let's not leave it there. Then implement that Bani. Implement that Bani and make that part of our mindset and our life. For example, Maharaj might say to us that Bura pala ko kisno kahiye, sagle ji tumhare. In that shabad, in that pankti, Bura ta pala ko kisno kahiye. How can we say anything good or bad to anybody? Bura, bad, pala, good. Bura pala ko kisno kahiye. What can bad or good can we say to anybody? See, kenu changa kahiye, kenu mada kahiye. Sagle ji tumhare. All of these people are yours. All of these people are yours. You're within everybody. It's a mindset. Hunkevri, I say this because I reflect when we slander somebody, so easy to talk about someone. We hear it maybe in our friend circles, our family circles. We hear someone slandering another person and saying something negative. Why would we want to do that? Nindya is one of the worst things that we could ever do. Gurbani says this, not me. Nindya karni kisi de bare bura kehna is so bad. Because bura pala ko kisno ke ye sagle ji tumhare sare tere ji ya. Rab sare ch vasda. Vaheguru Ji is within everyone and everything, so why would we say bad? That's just one example. Another example how we can implement Bani in our life. Say for example, someone gives us praise. Someone says ke, Wah, you've done amazing. Well done. And naturally, trust me, it happens to me too. Your head starts to get like a little bit, whoo, this is good praise, this is, bring some more on, I want to hear some more. It happens, it naturally happens. But then Maharaj gives us a shabad. And this shabad is a tool to help us just ground ourselves. Maharaj says, Hum avgun pare, ek gun nahi. I've got so many avgun in me, so many misdeeds in me, so many bad things that I've done. Hum avgun pare, ek gun nahi. Amrit chhad bikhe bikh khahi. Amrit nu main chhadta. Amrit Bani har har teri. Oh Bani nu main chhadta. I've left the Bani. I've left my Amrit. Amrit chhad bikhe bikh khahi. I'm just eating, consuming poison. That Shabad is a tool to help ground us, to keep us nimirta de vich, bring nimirta in our life. So Satsangat Ji, Bani bicharani bahut zaruri hai. Bani nu samjhna bahut zaruri hai. And when we understand Bani, we can start to implement that change in our mind and start to implement good virtues, good qualities like compassion, nimarta, humility, sat, truthfulness, santokh, contentment, contemplation, reflection. These are all good qualities that we can start to nurture and cultivate inside ourselves. But we can do that only with Guru Sahib Ji's blessings and through the Gurbani and through understanding us coming into a Sangat of what Maharaj is saying to us. In this Pankti, Maharaj is saying to us, Kotan mein Nanak ko, that in millions of people, there's only one Narayan Jahachit. Out of many people, there's only very few that have Paramatma within their consciousness. Hanji.
जैसे जलते बुध बुधा उपजा बिन सानीत.
Tan Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj, they say to us in this Salok, Jaise Jalate Budbuddha. Satsanga Ji, Budbuddha in the translation means bubbles, but this word actually is a word from Sanskrit. And in Sanskrit, Budbuddha is like say it means bubbles, but in Punjabi we say bulbul, bubbles karne. And Maharaj is saying to us, Jaise Jal as in water. So they're giving us an analogy like from water you get bubbles, Jaise Jalte Budbuddha, Upajay Binse Neeta. And in this way, Upajay, it rises and it disappears away within an instant. What are they trying to tell us in this analogy? Satsangaji, Maharaj is saying to us that in the same way, like these bubbles are formed from water and they dissipate, they go back into the water. They're very temporary. They don't last forever. These bubbles come and they go within an instant. And in the next Pankti, Maharaj explained to us what they're trying to say. Hanji.
Jagarachana taise rachi kahu nanak sunamit.
And they're applying this analogy to the world and they're saying Jagarachana. Jug, as in this planet and many, many other planets and other places of existence within the whole cosmos. Jug, Rachana, this creation, Taise Rachi, has been created in this way. Kohonanak Sunamid, oh my friend, listen to this gal. This whole cosmos that we see, the whole of the universe, is like a bubble. This world is like a bubble. It comes and then it goes. Why did Guru Sahib Ji use this analogy of jal, water, and bubbles, budbuda, balbal? Maharaj ne kyo hai example ditta? Let's just delve a little bit deeper. We have Bani, we have jal, we have the water. That jal is like Paramatma, is like Vaheguru. And before there's any creation, Gurbani tells us there was just sun. Sun samad. Paramatma was just sun. It was just nothingness. It was just still. There was no creation. Some Vidavans, some scholars would say that this was a state of affur. There's no furna, there's nothing happening, it's just stillness. And then from affur we got Furna, Maharaj became Sufur. They had this Furna, and then creation happened. So from that stillness of water, this Jal, Maharaj then created these bubbles. Now think about how is a bubble created? It's created from the water. In the bubble there's air, but there's water particles within that bubble. And then as the bubble then collapses, it goes back into the water. In the same way, Gurbani many times tells us, Maharaj said to us, that this whole creation is created from Vaheguru Ji. Vaheguru Ji, that energy, that entity, is created everything, this whole Qudrat. And they exist within their Qudrat as well. They exist within their creation as well. And when everything collapses, it all goes back into Maharaj as well at the same time. Just like a bubble from still water comes up and it rises, creates a bubble, then it disappears and it goes back into the water. In the same way, Jagarachana, Taiserachi, Kohonanak, Sunamit, oh my friend, listen to this. In the same way that a bubble is created from water, this whole of creation, this whole jug, this whole world is created from Paramatma and is going to go back into Paramatma. That's why we say every day in Mool Mantan and Sri Japji Sahib Jada Part, Aad Sach, Jug Aad Sach, Happy Sach, Nanak hosi pi sach. Jad dunya bani bhi nahi si na. When this world was not created, Vaheguru Ji was true. They existed. They were there. They were sun. And when time started and creation happened, then they were true as well. Today, in this bubble of this world, they are still here. They're true. We just don't see them, but they're here. And then there will be Nanak hosi pi. They'll be there forever as well. They'll be here even when this world collapses. Science talks about the big crunch. I may have mentioned this before. We had the Big Bang, where everything got created, this bubble got created. Then there's going to be a big crunch where the bubble collapses. Many, many billion years left to go yet. I don't think we're going to live that long, I don't think. But Sat Sangat Ji, the point is that Guru Sahib Ji explained to us that is like this life is a dream, like this life is a play, like we are trapped in this chakra of Maya, just summarizing these sloks, like we are trapped in this Maya. This whole cosmic reality that we see is like a bubble. It's temporary. It's going to collapse just the way it got created. The only way that we will truly experience Vaheguru Ji, the only way that we will recognize that this is just a play, is when we join onto Gurbani, when we join onto Simran and Naam, and we remember Akal Purukh Vaheguru Ji in everything that we do on a daily basis. This is the way, Sat Sangat Ji. Maharaj saying to us as my friend that please listen to this. Jagarachna Taise Rachi Koh Nanak Sun Meet. Listen, my friend. Sunan di galagi. Galagi na sunan. Hun samjhan di vi galya ki Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji is saying to us that this is how everything was created, and in this way everything is going to go. And this is a reminder to us, Sat Sangat Ji, that we, whilst living, need to remember that apavi ek din jana, not to get too attached to everything, because one day either those items are going to go or we're going to go. This is where we're doing the vichara of Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's Bani, and I don't want people to the Sangha to feel morbid from this katha, because it is all about everything being temporary, because that's the truth. But whilst we're living, Maharaj give us a great framework to live in. They say to us, Nanak Sadgur Petiye, Puri Hove Jogat. So if anything, let's finish on this. They say to us, Nanak Sadgur Petiye, Puri Hove Jogat. Now they're saying that this, by recognizing this true Guru, Sadguru, by recognizing that Guru Bani, Tan Tan Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji is our Sadguru today, by recognizing this, and by recognizing the fact that there is a perfect way of living, there's a framework that within which we can live. Maharaj says to us, Nanak Sadgur Petiye Puri Hove Jogat, Hasandya, Khilandya, Penandya, Khavandya. Whilst we're living, whilst we're eating, whilst we're wearing our clothes, whilst we're having a laugh, Viche Hove Mukt. Whilst you're living your life, you can be mukt. Whilst you're living your life, you can be liberated. Whilst you're living your life, you can be connected to Paramatma. That is the technique, that is the trick. That do not feel disheartened by this. What is the point? No, Sat Sangat Ji, don't be disheartened. Because even though the topic is of this nature, Gurbani still say to us, you live your life in this framework of what Gurbani gives us. And in this framework, we can be eating, laughing, wearing, playing, everything that we do, but we can still be liberated in this life as well. And that's the balance that we have to find. It's about our mindset now, not about what we physically have around us. What does our mind say? Which is why, Sat Sangat Ji, we often say, Apa Guru di mat leniya, manmat nu chadna. Apa manmat nu ek passe kar diye, tapa Guru di mat tar liye. That's what we want to try and achieve. So, Sat Sangat Ji, going through today's katha, Das has made not just one but many, many mistakes. I ask for Guru Sahib Ji and Aap Ji, Sat Sangat Ji, your forgiveness for making those mistakes. And I ask for your blessings, Sat Sangat Ji, that we may continue this seva and continue going through the Bani of Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's Bani Salok Mahalla Nawa. And in this way, not just do I learn, what Maharaj is saying to us through this Bani, but then whatever I'm learning, I want to share it with everybody so that everyone can also go on this journey together. So hopefully with Guru Sahib Ji's Kirpa, be liberated from this world. De ho sajana si sadiyan, jo hove sahib se mel. Guru Sahib Ji Fateh Gaj ke Blao Ji, Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh. We'll just go through the last slok before we finish today's katha. Hanji.
Jaise
Jalte Budh Buddha, Upachay bin Sanit, Jag Rachana Taise Rachi, Koh Nanak Sun Meet. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.